What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about the Experian Boost and if it actually gives your credit score the boost that it says it does. This is Will Frazier, your credit expert, bringing you the tips you need to get your credit back on track, because what goes down must come up. And if you don't want your credit score to drop 700 points, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of any new videos I drop, just like this. And family, if you are trying to give a boost to your credit score, you might want to check out my course down below in the description, which is specifically tailored to help you with building credit in a proper way, which can actually help you to increase your score and get more approvals when you actually go to lenders. The name of that course is the Boost Method, and it is down in the description. But let's get into the details of this Experian Boost that you wanted to learn about. So first off, what is the Experian Boost? If you're unfamiliar with it, basically it's a way to add an account onto your credit report to try to help you to boost your credit score. Maybe if you have trouble getting approved for other type of accounts, this is a way to add something on your credit report reporting good payments that should ideally help you increase your credit score. So what types of accounts can you add? Basically, it's your phone bills. You can add utilities to it, and you can also add certain streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus. So the way they have this set up to work is basically you'll log into Experian. You can do all of this for free, and basically you would just log into your bank account, and then they will go and check your bank account for any of those types of services, and then you would have to verify that this is the account that you want to add to your credit report. Once you approve that, they will add that to your credit report. Now, according to Experian's data, the information on the type of score increases people are actually seeing from doing this is around 12 points, somewhere in that area. But I also saw statistics saying that 39% of people that actually do the Experian Boost didn't see a change in their score. But of course, it is a larger percentage of people that did see that 12-point boost to their credit score. Now, all of that sounds, of course, pretty simple, pretty convenient, and pretty easy to do, and it is, but there are some things that you have to think about in regards to if this is actually going to be something that's going to be helpful to me. Now, one thing you have to think about is when you're actually applying for credit with a lender, they are going to check specific credit bureaus. Each lender checks different bureaus, and when you're trying to get a house, they check actually all three. But if you go to a lender that doesn't check Experian, is this really going to help you? Because the way that it works, it only is added to your Experian credit bureau credit report. So it will not be added to TransUnion. It will not be added to Equifax. So that means if you go to a lender that does not check Experian, this is something that would not be available to even show up. So if you see a boost, it wouldn't help you if you go to a lender that doesn't check that credit bureau. Now, outside of that, there is another problem with the Experian Boost, and that is that it does not register in all versions of credit scores. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what I mean by versions of credit scores, basically there are different scoring models. And that's within FICO. So there's a FICO 8, FICO 9, 10. There's older versions of FICO like 4, 3, and all of that stuff. So basically, you will have different versions of FICO that are used at different lenders. Currently, the way that the Experian Boost is set up, it will show up in FICO 8, FICO 9, and it'll show up in VantageScore 3.0 and 4.0. Now, VantageScore is a completely different credit scoring model. That is the type of score that you would usually see on Credit Karma, which is usually higher than the FICO score, which is why people say Credit Karma isn't accurate, as well as some other reasons. But basically, that is a different type of scoring model, and Vantage scores aren't even used at lenders, so that won't even be something to be used in a lending decision. Now, I did say that it does register and show up in FICO 8 and FICO 9. So basically, if the lender that you go to uses FICO 8 or 9, then it will show up in that lender's system. However, there are a lot of lenders out there that still use the older versions of the credit scoring model, so it may not pull up at all in their system. So it actually may not help you if you go to a lender that does use the older versions of FICO. Now, for those of you that are trying to get a house and you're trying to do the Experian Boost to help you get a house, I hate to tell you that this isn't going to help you, because when it comes to getting a mortgage, the scores that they use usually for the FHA loans, is going to be an older version of FICO. More specifically for Experian, they use FICO 2 when they're making that decision on what your score is going to be for Experian. And when it comes down to the other two bureaus, just so you know, for Equifax, they use FICO 5, and for TransUnion, they use FICO 4. So again, that means if you're trying to go and get a house and you're trying to use Experian Boost to get your score up to help you with a house, it actually won't help you because that account or those accounts that you added to your credit report on Experian will not show up or will not register and actually help your score when it's time to get a house. Now, another downfall to using the Experian Boost is because the way that these accounts show up on your credit report is really like an added debt. So basically they do add, the on-time payments that you have. And I have seen that they will not report the negative payments that come. Like if you got behind on those bills, your phone bill, your utility bill, they won't add the negative late payment on there, and they will add the positive payment history, but they're still adding debt for whatever the amount of your bill is onto your credit report. And in some instances, that could be the reason for a denial. Just because you have the extra debt on there, depending on how much it is, it can affect your debt to income ratio, all of that stuff. So that's another reason that it can actually work against you versus helping you. Now, you should use this information to kind of think about if you really want to apply for the Experian Boost or not. Of course, you've seen in some instances it will not register and actually count to help you with your score. If it does count to help you with your score, it won't be a really big boost, but maybe you just need a small boost. If you wanted to actually try to do this anyway, I'm not your dad, I can't tell you don't do it, but if you want to do it, you can check them out. There's a link in the description where you can go and check out the Experian Boost. You can get more information on it yourself and see if this is something that will, actually work for you and help you out in your situation. Now, in case you need some more information on building credit, I'm going to actually link a playlist which will give you some more information on building credit as well as some accounts that you can use to actually try to build up your credit score. So if this information was helpful, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Share this information with anybody that you know that may need it. And I'll see you guys next time.